What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm Matt. That's Dan. No, it's not.
No, that's Ash.
That's Dan, and that's Ash.
Yes.
I'm going to keep that down.
Okay, we've
only done 62 episodes together, and I've only known you for about 6 years. So
it's fine. Yeah.
Are you both well? Anyway,
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that I have no idea who it is. I didn't get your name wrong. So
You didn't get that far.
no.
You only see me once a week, so I can forgive you for that.
The Game of the Week show is a weekly show that the three of us do, and we get together to talk about the latest news in the video game industry. We also then go through all of the game releases for that week before each picking our favourite game of the week. If you like video game related stuff or anything that I've just talked about there, then go to thegameinitiative.com and you can find out everything we do. Links to that are all down below. So, Dan, are you ready?
We're good. We are good.
We'll start with a lot of happy news. Lots of free games coming out for September. Although not technically free, they cost about £3 a month because that's what our subscriptions pay for. But on the PS4, we'll start with these because that way you can both contribute to the conversation more. Is Grow Home, the action platformer that we all voted for. Well, I don't know. Did you vote?
I did actually vote for this. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How about you?
I didn't vote for this one. I can't remember which title I did though.
It was that memorable. Was it the Vikings?
It was
the Vikings
yes,
one.
yeah.
I can't remember what Vikings.
Zombie Vikings or
Zombie
something.
Vikings. Yeah.
I think it was not so much about what the game was as such, but what it offered in the sense of like the multiplayer couch aspect and stuff. So I looked at that and went, that could be a fun one at some point.
Now you're going to have to pay for it. 40% off though for those other two games if you did want them. But Grow Home is the little robot that has to go home and kind of climbs this beanstalk.
Beanstalk. That's what I was going to say. Beanstalk. Yeah, it is sort of a beanstalk, isn't it?
So yeah, that one looks quite good. Check that one out. Also on the PS4 we have Super Time Force Ultra. This is a side-scrolling game. It's been on the Xbox, been on the PlayStation, obviously now free. You can play as Shuhei Yoshida in this game. That was a little kind of Easter egg they've put in. Obviously, presence of Sony. And basically where this game differs to other side-scrolling games is that you can time travel and almost go back in time in order to learn from your mistakes, in order to complete the level. And then also, as you do the level quicker, you can then meet your past self.
Yeah.
I don't know. Time travel confuses me. I don't like time travel.
It's a clever little game. It might not. You might sort of watch the trailer and think it doesn't look that great, but I think the basis on which the gameplay is, and it does offer that something which other games haven't. I think
Yeah, it's something a little bit different.
It is, and that's what's nice about it.
On the PS4 also we have Zeo Drifter, which is a Metroidvania type game. You are lost in space with your broken ship, and as an astronaut you have to visit these other ships in order to get the parts to repair it before you probably inevitably die, I guess. Just to put a slight downer on the game.
Yeah. No one likes those.
You gotta have some form of motivation, really. Otherwise,
If you don't
just stay on the ship, wouldn't you? It's like
happy endings are overrated.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Games always seem to end with happy endings.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot more when they end with sad endings.
That's because you're just
Sad and miserable person. If I can't be happy, no one else can. That game actually is also available for the Vita as well. So if you want to take it on the go, if it is that good, I don't know. It doesn't really look like one I'll play, but there we go. Teslagrad, also on the PS4. So 4 games for the 4 this time round.
Yeah, I like the look of Teslagrads. I think
yeah.
I'll probably give that on a play in the next couple of days.
yeah, because I think we've talked about it when it first released.
Yeah,
way back when.
What day was it?
No idea.
Me neither. But yeah, this is just a little puzzle platformer game. You kind of use like electromagnetic powers and stuff in order to, I guess, work your way through the levels. Yeah. I'm sure we've talked about it because I'm sure we talked about it was a week where there was like 3 of them and they all had different types of powers.
They did, yeah. This one you can sort of move objects around using your electromagnetic powers in order to get through the level, and yeah.
Okay, so that's also PS3 crossplay if you don't have a PS4 yet. Which, if you don't, you should probably take a long, hard look in the mirror as well at yourself.
Some people just might not be able to afford it. They might be waiting.
Waiting for what?
Money.
I don't know.
Yeah, PS3.
Anyway, PS3 exclusive is Twisted Metal, which looks a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have ever played the Twisted Metal series. It is actually I was going to say longest running active series, but we haven't seen one since this one in 2000. This is like, when I say longest running, like exclusive to Sony.
Oh, okay.
Because this kind of came out with the very first PlayStation, almost not quite a launch title, but right near the beginning. So, in theory, we should see another one on PS4.
We should.
And I think we should, because they look like a lot of fun. It's basically just going around blowing up cars.
It's just, demolition derby on the streets.
Yeah. I like it. So, we need a PS4 version.
Yes.
Hopefully. And then, closing out the PlayStation Plus titles for this month. I say this month. Technically, it's next month, because it's still August.
Yeah.
Is La Milano X, which is another Metroid-inspired side-scrolling game. Of all of the titles for this month, this one interests me the least, because I didn't look anything further than beyond the type of game it was. I was like, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
If you guys want to add anything else, you can, but it just...
Slightly Indiana Jones inspired by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'd say that's not a wrong assumption.
I think Grow Home looks probably the most enjoyable for me. But with the PlayStation Plus membership, then obviously you can just add them all to your library and go and download them at your pleasure.
Exactly. Always set them, even if you don't like the games now. Just set them, because you never know. Like something like Grow Home, you might have a kid or a young nephew or niece or something might come round, and that's a fun little game they can go and play.
It is, yeah, it is good.
So make sure you add them to your cart. Alright, let's move on to the Xbox ones, and I'm sure Dan's very excited about this. It's been a couple of weeks since we've
it's been a little while.
Gave him a little nudge on the Xbox One, or Xbox full stop, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
You want to go get an original one?
well, you can get an original one. I've got all three. So nothing's stopping you. Xbox One, the big title for this month, the one that blows Sony out of the water, is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
It's coming to the Xbox One from the 15th or the 16th of September through to the 15th of October. So that's a really big game for them to get. I know the consoles have both had the original version on the 360 and PS3, but to get the definitive one, it makes sense. It's going to be 2 months before the release of the next game. So make sure everyone give it away for free. Get everyone to play it and enjoy it, and then hopefully get them excited to then buy Rise of the Tomb Raider.
It's a common theme, isn't it, that we see? We saw it with Metal Gear on the PlayStation Plus. Ground Zeroes was out a couple of months ago, just ahead of Phantom Pain. It is a common theme, I think, when you see games coming out on PlayStation Plus and games with gold ahead of a new release, a new game in the franchise.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
I'm excited to play that because I never actually completed this game. I played it for a little bit on 360, and
it's good. Yeah.
But by the time I got to it on the 360, I think the definitive edition was already out, and I was like, I don't want to play it with these old crappy graphics.
I know.
I'm such a graphics whore.
I completed it on the PlayStation 3, and then went and bought the PlayStation 4 version.
I completed it.
I completed it on the PS3 version, but haven't quite got around to finishing it on PlayStation 4.
Just need to get that cellophane unwrapped first.
No. I have started. You'll be pleased to hear I'm probably about 2 hours into the game, but haven't quite gone back to finish off the other 30.
Well, it's 2 hours further than I got. Actually, no, that's a lie. I got about 4 hours in. So going with Rise of the Tomb Raider is The Dear God for the first half of the month on Xbox One. This one might not kind of ring as many bells to people in terms of the name. It's probably because it's a new release for the consoles. It's been on PC before. It's a very weird 3D pixel game where basically you are you're a hunter that's been reincarnated as a deer, and now it's a mission of revenge and redemption. Ooh.
Revenge and redemption.
Revenge and redemption. I don't know.
You don't often have both at the same time.
I don't know if you can have both, but that's what it says. Or at least that's not what it says, that's what I say. And what I say.
It is a strange one. It won't appeal to everybody, but
It's free.
it's free, exactly.
On the 360 side, we've got Battle Stations Pacific for the first half of the month through the 15th of September. This is a World War II plane shooter from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it before. The slowest flying plane I've ever seen. Looking at the gameplay, not sure if I will personally play it. It doesn't quite hit the heights of Crimson Skies. Do you guys remember Crimson Skies?
I
Or recognise the name?
I remember off,
very vaguely.
but I can't say.
Vaguely.
That was the shit.
Yeah,
This
I must
was the
admit,
shit.
flying a plane at sort of speed and trying to shoot moving targets has never been my strongest gaming
Skill.
That's the word. Yeah,
It's alright. It's. I can understand you might not know what skill is. It's fine.
Nice.
Hey, you couldn't think of it.
Okay.
I know. I completely understand. We've done those multiplayer things in GTA Online where we fly around and it's just.
Yeah. It's hard.
Whenever I go one on one with Dan or with you for that matter, I would never kill you by shooting you. It was just whether or not I was lucky enough to fly into
you, take you out.
So I get the plus point for you and then a -1 for killing myself. So the best I could hope for was 0. The other half on 360, 16th through to the 30th, is Crysis 3, first-person shooter. I think most people have heard of Crysis. Did you ever play this series at all, Dan, on
No,
PC or anything?
Well, not on PC at all, because probably wouldn't have had anything to
It was quite a
enough to
benchmark,
actually play it. But no, it's one that's passed me by.
Yeah, well,
I think in a market where there's just so many shooters, it's just like there's
but
only so many.
At the time, I don't know why Crysis 3 might have faded off. I never played Crysis 3, but I played the first one, and I remember everyone was excited about this game because it was the prettiest looking first person they'd ever seen. You know, obviously the Crytek engine has been used by many things. Far Cry used it initially at one point, so yeah, we'll check it out. Remember, the 360 games will now be backwards compatible with the Xbox One when it launches. So
that means you're actually getting 4 games.
You're technically getting 4 games for your Xbox One, except 2 of them you won't be able to actually play until November.
Yeah.
But you have to download them in September.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how you do it, because unlike the PlayStation, they don't show, unless there's going to be an update which enables it. Because on the 360 you can download Xbox One games with gold.
Yeah.
But on the Xbox One I've never seen an option to download the 360 games with gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I must
Which is
admit,
weird.
personally, I find the Xbox One a little less user friendly than the PlayStation 4 in terms of its
store.
menus.
Yeah, I think the store is far better on PSN than the Xbox, and that's coming from someone who's definitely the biggest Xbox fanboy at the table.
Yeah.
But yeah. Right, let's move on to the forgotten child, Nintendo. They've filed for a patent, whatever you want to call it, depending on your language and how you speak.
Well, it's both English.
Well, not really. One's English and one's American. It's not really English. It's a broken English. Anyway, they filed this patent for a console without any optical drive in it. Now, we don't know if this is going to be the NX. We don't know what this console is yet, but it does kind of raise the question, are they going to maybe look to go all digital with the NX? Or is this maybe, are they already... Because I like to think they're not even already thinking of a next console before the NX has even come out. Mm-hmm. But also, if the NX is coming out next year, it's quite late to be filing a patent now.
Are they filing it? Do we know enough specifics to say this is based off a particular console design? Or are they filing the patent based off any video games console without a optical drive? Because are they doing that to get ahead of the curve so that when Microsoft and Sony try and go digital only,
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can file a patent for
No.
that box will have no disk drive in it.
Yeah.
Any box.
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's not a
I don't
specific
know what
design.
they've
It's
tried
a
to
specific design, and it's not. It's not the fact that it's not got a drive in it that the patent is being filed for. They've just filed a patent for a console which happens to have
okay.
no. It's not like, oh, look at us with no disk drive in it. We're going to be the first and only.
Yeah.
Apple probably already tried to file for that patent when they did their laptops.
Well, you know what I mean, in the sense of like Apple basically tried to.
Yeah, but that's Apple.
No, but
Oh, yeah.
they filed things for like our phone is this shape and blah
Yeah.
blah blah, that sort of thing, which is what every smartphone is.
Yeah, because everyone stole from Apple.
I think it's definitely interesting to consider what you said on the basis that the NX is out next year, and I do agree it does seem a little bit late to be filing patents for that console. So I really don't know what this could be.
It's that, or someone in the Nintendo office was really behind on their paperwork.
It's a possibility.
That is a possibility. Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is
Oh damn! I forgot to file that patent. Oh god.
Or someone got fired and their office was being cleared out, and it's just like, hang on,
They didn't file the patent.
this was meant to be in 3 years ago.
the only thing I can think is maybe is this going to be like, you know, we've got PlayStation Now,
Yeah.
which is the streaming service.
Yeah.
Is this maybe going to be, rather than like a console, more like a PS TV like device where you can then stream Nintendo games to it? Because it's then not going to be a console in the traditional sense of how we know it.
Yeah.
Like the PlayStation TV doesn't have an optical drive in it.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it's true.
it's just a little box.
Can you
It
class that?
still
As,
works.
can you class that as a console though?
Let's play console games.
Plays console games,
But it's not a console.
but it's well, people could argue that it is.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's got enough hardware in it to
Yeah.
allow you to play those games.
Depends what you define as a console.
It does.
Like,
It does.
You know.
Anyway,
But yeah, so that's just, it's interesting. 'Cause
in
I don't-
short, we haven't got a Scooby Doo.
No,
Yeah.
but I think it is a bit too soon to be telling people you can't have discs. I think.
Yes.
I think there's still enough people that want discs, and there's still enough people that need to have discs because of their internet restrictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, this is a Japanese company, and Japan is way ahead in technology. They've already got like robot servants and butlers and stuff. So
They've got like 100G internet speed, haven't they? Really?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So in that respect, it could be possible. I would be surprised because it would be cutting off some of their audience.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Talking of people cutting off their audiences, that's a nice little
Segue.
Yeah.
segue. Rock Band being published jointly between Harmonix and Mad Catz. You might recognise the name Mad Catz has made pretty much all third-party accessories over the last decade. So they're making the instruments, and it's been revealed this week first up, let's go with the Xbox One version. It's going to cost £20 more than the PS4 version because it has to come with an adapter to make it compatible with the old instruments, whereas the PlayStation instruments are already compatible. Mainly because the PlayStation instruments were wired and they just went into this little dongle initially,
Yeah.
whereas the 360 ones always used to be wireless, so now they need this adapter to work. Do you agree? Firstly, I think it's a bit shitty of them to say, yeah, we're going to make you pay this extra 20 quid for a little dongle that probably costs them like £2 to manufacture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, when you look, I know it's slightly different, but I know from Rocksmith, which was that guitar tutorial game, that came with an adapter to put your, what would it be? 3.5? No, it's not 3.5. What's the, anyway, the big jack thing you get for...
Oh yeah. The big jack. Yeah.
The big jack. To go into USB, you get one of those, and
Yeah.
they don't charge any extra for that. So I don't know. Do you think that is a bit shitty?
I do. I think.
I understand
I mean,
why
20
20 quid's a lot. Like,
£20 a lot for what it is. It's a lot. It's half the price of the game. You know, a game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
it is a lot. Wankers.
Yeah.
And this is what's made me go, fuck Rock Band. I can't be bothered. Is the price of the full bundle set, because I would have probably bought the full bundle, just got the new instruments because they're going to be slightly better than the old ones.
Yeah,
Stuff like
yeah.
that. Now it's $250 in the US, which comes out at about what, 170 sterling,
Yeah, about
roughly.
Yeah.
No, in the UK it's going to be £220.
Gotta love that exchange rate.
It's because of, it costs £50 for every unit we ship. It was like, fucking make them in Europe then.
Or just ship them in bulk.
Yeah. So like that's screwy enough itself. It's like
Yeah.
I can almost buy an Xbox One for 220 quid.
Exactly.
In fact, I probably can.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Almost. I don't know what are they now 300,
I
250.
can't see them selling many of these.
It's like no way. Although if you want to feel slightly less screwed, we could go over to Australia where it's 500 Australian dollars. 500 Australian dollars. Okay, yes, I know
That's mad.
the Aussie dollar currency. I'm sure everyone's really excited about this, but the,
Oh,
Aussie,
yeah.
the Aussie currency has fallen through the floor
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah.
So that works out a similar sort of price to the 220 sterling. But even still, $500 to them, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
for some plastic drums and a guitar.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Even $250, I think is too much. I think it should be $200 in the US, 120 over here.
Yeah.
Maybe 150 at a push.
I agree, because even then, I would still class it as being a lot of money
It is.
for what it is. That's phenomenal. I really can't.
Because you basically got to consider the fact that if it's £220, a game RRP is £50. So we're basically saying for the plastic drums, one guitar and one microphone is £170. No, not buying it. Fuck you, Harmonix, and fuck you, Mad Cats. I don't care.
You could actually get a real guitar
You could get yeah.
Yeah.
and some form of drum set for less.
Yeah, you could.
Well, I don't know if you quite get the drum sets. I know guitars you can get a guitar for like 100 quid.
I did say some form.
Yeah.
It might be a really crappy like one off eBay, but
3-year-olds.
or a 3-year-old.
My first drum kit, the one where they make noises automatically based on the pads you hit. Yeah. So there we go. Basically, if you're really excited for this game, get ready to start saving.
Yeah.
Get a
'Cause
second
I-
job.
Yeah. I basically have the opinion is like, I could either buy this or I could buy 6 games, pretty much, or 5 games.
I know which one I'd do.
Yeah.
And if you can't save the money, you might be able to win it.
Yes, you might be able to win it. All you have to do, great segue.
I thought it was amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
All you have to do is play Just Cause 3 pretty much non-stop for 3 months. Because whoever does this, when by playing Just Cause 3 you accumulate these things called Chaos Points. They're coming across from Just Cause 2. We saw those all in there. Well, I say we all did. I don't think you guys played it. But
Nope, didn't.
I did. And basically, whoever's top of the leaderboard 90 days after release of the game, which will be sometime at the end of February, early March, because it's the 1st of December it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got December, January, February, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, whoever's top of that board will be able to win $50,000 in US currency.
Cash. Yes.
Or, if you don't need $50,000, because let's be honest, it's not really that much money, is it?
Yeah.
Even though you could buy,
Rock band.
Rock Band a few times over. 20 times over. Only 20 times? No, 200 times over.
It's irrelevant, Matt.
Anyway, yeah, it is irrelevant because we're going to take the island.
Yeah.
In Just Cause 3, if you're top of this leaderboard and you don't want the cash, you can win a fucking island. Not just a fucking island, just an island.
An island.
I mean, it'll be your island, so if you want to turn it into a fucking island, you can. That's up to you.
Welcome to my fucking island.
We haven't quite. We had this debate off air earlier as to what constitutes an island. So you can make your own assumptions of that. It might just be a.
Well, if it's it's however much I think $50,000 would buy you in land, like in pure land.
Not
Okay.
a lot.
Well, yeah, in Guernsey, it wouldn't. It'd buy you probably the size of this table.
But
Yeah.
South Pacific.
But like, in the middle of nowhere.
I suppose.
The catch is, it might not be habitable. You might have to take a boat out to Narnia and beyond to be able to get there. And you'll also have to pay all the taxes on top of owning such a land. So I think realistically you're probably going to already have to have money to want the island.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I would love to take the island just so I could say
I don't know.
I-
I own my own island.
Yeah.
But realistically, I'm not going to win, so it's kind of moot.
That's very true. Yeah.
It's going to be some like 12, well, maybe not 12, like some kid who's like on his winter holidays and is just playing this game non-stop.
Or
Yeah.
like I said, someone who's lost their job and is basically like, well, financially.
Long-term sick leave.
Yeah, I might be ill I might not see you down for a few months.
Okay.
But it'll be for the good cause. I'll give you £1,000.
It'll be for
cheers.
the just cause.
Just cause. Fucking hell, you're on point.
I am, mate.
Alright, let's move on to the games. You got anything for this?
No. Sorry.
There's a lot of games this week. We're not going to discuss all of them, but we will go through just a couple here. First up, we have Gears of War Ultimate Edition for the Xbox One. We've talked about this for a few times before. It's the remastered version of the original Gears of War on the Xbox One, looking all very pretty and shiny, 1080, 60 frames per second. All of those jazz words that people like to hear. It is though, isn't it now? It's like 1080p, 60 frames per second. Enhanced
Well, no.
visuals.
But it's a rubbish game.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't referring to this game specifically, but yeah.
So yeah, there it is. The good thing to know about this, I'm sure we mentioned it on the show, but if you get this game before the end of the year and then go into an online session, it will qualify you to get all of the other Gears of War games backwards compatible. They're like kind of your own, all of them.
Yeah.
So you do get the full series for £23 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So picking this one up, Dan?
No.
No.
Can't.
Well, you
Well,
can.
I
Technically,
could.
you can. There's nothing stopping you from buying this game.
No, there isn't, but there's not really any point at the moment, is there?
Well, you see, if you bought the game, then maybe you'd be incentivized to buy the Xbox One because, like, well, I've got this game here. I can't really play it at the moment. So,
It's a good theory.
you gonna get it, Ash?
I probably am not going to get it. It's, we say it time and time again, I've got to be so choosy about what games I get because I want to try and get the most out of the games that I do have. And the more I get, then the more those games suffer because they get less game time.
Oh, neglected.
Neglected. I know.
Maybe you could pick it up for Christmas just so you can then get, if Becky's watching, gift idea. Because then you can then go online and qualify for all of them because
That's
you're playing Halo,
I know.
which is the number
Yeah.
one franchise, and then Gears and Halo are like, the Uncharted and
They're the two
I don't
big
know,
Xbox.
they're the big ones. So
I know they are.
and Gears 4's not out till the end of next year. But at least if you pick it up this way, then it means you get the other ones for free. So then they'll be there,
Yeah.
and they'll be like Halo. You'll then have a year to play them, and by
Exactly.
that time you'll be done, just like with Halo.
Yeah, because I'm right on track to complete before Halo 5.
It's fine. You got 2 months. Until Dawn is the big PS4 game. I wrote down here that it's on the Xbox One, but that's definitely not right.
No.
It's on PS4 for this week. The basically teen/horror interactive game. I don't know if you guys are going to play or not. I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know Dan
It's a coward.
is a coward. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't like horror games.
He doesn't
Scare
like
him.
things that make him jump in the dark. No, this game I've always intended to buy. It's been on my wish list in Amazon for a long time. But I just haven't ordered it yet. I just forgot to actually order it. So I'm going to be getting
Yeah.
it. Instead of ordering it, I'm going to pop into the shop and buy it
It's
this week.
I've seen playthroughs up to about the first hour's worth of the game.
Yeah,
It looks great.
it does look
Yeah.
I'll
nice.
say that, and like the cast within it as
Has
well
got a good
is
celebrity
ridiculous.
cast. Yeah.
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 All I will say is you will be able to watch the first 20 minutes of the game tomorrow on our channel because I will be doing a Let's Play. Not with Dan, obviously, because I don't want to scare him. But I will have a guest.
Dad's in the corner with a pillow over his face.
Yeah, he is there. He is there. He's just off screen. You
He's
can't see him.
behind the couch.
If you hear any blubbering. Right, Dan, we'll stop making fun of you. Let's talk about the game that we know you will have picked up today or this week.
Yeah.
Madden NFL 16. We did a Let's Play of it last week. You obviously enjoyed that. You've now had a bit more time to play it. Enjoying it still so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I first picked it up, I was basically blitzed by how much harder everything seemed because of all the polish and so on in terms of the gameplay. like all those old little bugs and so on that has made things work for your benefit were sort of gone. So it's like having to retrain myself, like this will work and this won't and everything like that.
Yeah, it's good that they've done that.
Like presentation wise, it's shiny. It's not 100% there. Like EA have had to come out and say there's a few issues, like when it comes to like progression and so on with like your franchise.
Well,
so the developers have actually said don't start your proper one yet.
Here's a question though. If it was 100% there, there'd be no point of them releasing one next year. So it's never going to be 100% there. Surely they're always going to leave that little. I know they say they wouldn't, but there's always going to be that little thing of want to reach a bit further.
It's like a toothpaste. How often do you see, advanced technology? It's a new whiter than white, and it's like, well, how much?
No. What I mean is, as in like the game, like the spit and polish hasn't all been done. There are bugs within the game.
I saw
like Invisible Man on replay.
I saw that.
The eyeless players, as in things like that. So it's like there are things within it, but
I saw that video. Did you see the video with the guy who the Invisible Man did the interception and then returned it for a touchdown because obviously no one could tackle him because you couldn't see him.
Genius.
The only way you know it's been intercepted is because when it intercepts the camera, basically it like freezes and flips around.
And then you just see this ball like bouncing back along with you. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but
gameplay wise,
most people are saying that if you're an annual fan, you're going to love the improvements. And if you haven't picked one yet on the new gen, this is definitely the one to jump on because it's taking big strides.
The new menu system compared to the last couple of years, it's fantastic as well. It just lets you navigate the game so much faster.
That's the thing I think sometimes with some of the sports games is they can overcomplicate things sometimes. I found that with the NBA 14, I found it quite... there was just so much stuff going on with the menus.
Too much layering almost.
There was. It was into that, and then back out, and it was, a nightmare. So it's nice to know they're sort of simplifying things on that front.
Yeah.
Right. Disney Infinity 3.0. Not one we're going to go into too much details here. It's available on literally every platform you can imagine under the sun, and then a bit more. This is the Skylanders / Amiibos / Disney Infinity. What's the other one? Is there another one? Or is that it?
I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah, basically the NFC toys. Disney Infinity 3.0 is around or surrounded basically on the premise of Star Wars. It's all Star Wars characters. Makes sense. This is the year of Star Wars.
It is, yeah.
So
really?
Did you not hear that yet?
No, I've not noticed anything about Star Wars.
Okay, well now you know. So you can.
Cool.
I bet it'll be one of those things where you go, oh yeah.
Do we know, just as a sort of side topic, do we know how Disney Infinity versus Amiibos versus Skylanders, how they're performing in terms of against one another?
Sure, probably. I think they basically all. From what I read, is that the Skylanders are the best built. That's what I generally hear. Amiibos are really well built as well, but they have limited gameplay. They don't work. Like obviously Skylanders.
Well, Skylanders was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Skylanders and Disney Infinity are built from the ground up to be a game with these characters, whereas Amiibos they're basically to enhance your gameplay experience. Okay. So they're more of a collectible that makes your gameplay a little bit more fun. Yeah. Whereas Infinity and Skylanders are the comparative. Disney has all the characters, obviously, because they own fucking everything.
They do.
But Skylanders, I think, is from what I hear, are slightly well built.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played Skylanders. I've actually really enjoyed playing Skylanders. It's a good fun game.
We've got Dishonored Definitive Edition out this week, PS4, Xbox One. Remember this, if you own the original game, which you should do through Games with Gold or PlayStation Plus, you qualify for this game at half price, £20 on the store or network, depending. From what I'm hearing, it's still a great game because Dishonored is a great game, but it's not a very
close combat sort of slasher sort of game.
Yeah, it's first person Assassin's Creed is how I keep always saying.
Yeah.
But from what I'm hearing is the definitive edition is not so much a very definitive edition. It's not quite as upscaled as it could be. It's just more like the PC version when the PC version came out. So it's still a 3-year-old game. It's just slightly better looking.
Yeah.
Rather than the full ramp up. So if you've played it already, maybe not worth your money. Which would also explain why they were doing half price, because they probably knew that it wasn't that much of an upgrade.
True.
We got the Mega Man Legacy Collection, which is on PS4, Xbox One. the first 8 Mega Man games. Obviously, Inafune, well known in the gaming industry. This Mega Man kind of one of the platforms of platforming.
Oh god, yeah. It's
And like in any week, this would be like, yes, my game of the week, but it struggles to make the top 3.
yeah, it does.
It's a crazy week, and we're not even in September yet.
No, you're right.
I Am Bread on the PS4. We
Yeah.
talked about this game for a while. Now come to console, so we can finally play it. A Let's Play of that will be coming shortly as well.
It will.
Don't know when. I've already done one, but I'll let these guys do one as well. See if they can be any better than me and Matt. And we've got a couple others here. We'll just run through. Got Blues and Bullets episode 1, which is kind of a noir-based detective game. Looks really cool. It's episodics, but detective game. Probably something actually would be quite up Ashley Street.
Yeah.
And then the other ones I'm just going to literally run through. We've got Nova 3 or Nova 111. I don't know. That's how the game is Nova 111, but I'm guessing it's
Nova 111.
Or 111 or 111.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's on PS4 and Xbox One. We've got Calvino Noir for the PS4.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. Another noir based game.
Yeah.
Shockingly. Dynamite Fishing World Games for the PS4. This is the worst game of the week. This is like a mobile game. You don't need to worry about this.
No.
Octodad, Dadliest Catch for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before. Me and Dan have done a Let's Play before. You can find that on the channel. And even a Wii U game this week.
Yeah.
Everything coming. Devil's Third, which just looks like a pretty violent sort of rail shooter. So
Family-friendly Nintendo.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's it. 13 games. A baker's dozen. That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Starting to get busy again.
I know. Just in time for me to finish my holiday. All of these games come out. And then obviously next week we've got even more. Well, I don't know about more, but we've got Metal Gear Solid 5, so that's all we need.
Yes, we do.
So guys, pick of the week. Harder to do this week, possibly, but
I think I know what everyone's pick's going to be.
I think I know as well. Dan?
Yeah.
Well, you already know which game I own,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to pick that because I think the best game out of that list is Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fair enough, because Madden's just Madden, whereas Until Dawn's a different experience.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like the whole package of that game from what I've seen, it's like visually, like sounding, like the actors within it are actually putting across a decent effort as opposed to some voice actors where it comes off quite bland.
And we didn't mention actually about the game. I don't think we actually mentioned anything about the game, but the whole sort of decision-making aspect of it as well.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's even got...
It's what makes the game.
It's actually got replayability as well because...
Apparently, like
Your
it's
pathways.
like 50 or 100 different endings possible to you because all your choices matter. So when we all play it, we'll have completely different stories and experiences.
In theory.
In theory.
Unless we all play exactly the same.
It'll be one of these ones where your choices, the main path will still be the same,
Yeah.
but the characters along the way will probably change and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's basically more about who survives and who ends up being pissed at who and stuff like that.
So that's your pick as well.
It's no surprise that that's my pick as well. I would actually go and buy it probably today if I could actually buy a game on a Sunday here.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday.
Download it.
I don't want to download it. I don't like downloading games.
What the disc?
I like to have the game.
Same.
To touch it.
I forgot that it was Sunday. I was feeling it was Saturday. That's even more depressing now. I'm also Until Dawn. So, despite all of those games, we're all boring and picked the same one.
I know.
Like I said,
it's,
I mean, I would have picked Mega Man for the value of it. Yeah. You know, you get 8 games for the price of, I think it's like £13.
Yeah. I mean,
so
Iron Bread's entertaining, but I think that's a limited entertaining factor.
Oh, yeah, me and Matt played it for 15 minutes. That was long enough.
Yeah, that is. It's nice to have the laugh, the giggles, and
all the giggles.
What was that?
I have no idea. I'm broken. Should we end the show now?
I think we should end. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Good.
Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let us know in the comments down below which games you're picking up and what you think of are you going to go for the island or the cash prize, and are you going to buy Rock Band or are you going to decide to eat for the month of November? Dan, Ash, thank you for your time as always.
Cheers, guys.
And everyone out there, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next time.